Okay. This is as good as I can do without a phone holder set up. Today, we are asking what we have been learning since last year. What have we learned since a year ago? What have we been learning since last year, Spirit? Where were we last year? So at this time last year, we might have been experiencing some relationships dissolving or kind of keeping to ourselves. Where are we now in relation to this? The Five of Swords is that energy of I'm right no matter what, and if it doesn't work out like this, it's not gonna work out. Kind of like my way or the highway. Ooh. So now we are at the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. I'm feeling like we have kind of been able to learn how to take what comes our way in the last year. Rolling with the punches is the vibe I was getting. Yeah, Ten of Swords is the ending of that cycle too, so it's the end of kind of my thing is the only thing that works. You're still staying true and authentic, and we're like making sure that we're sticking to what we feel is important to us, but we're not letting that stop us from moving forward. And I'm not 100% getting that it's like necessarily about your relationships. Like there's something almost more important going on. Yeah, the Hierophant on the bottom. Like the Hierophant and the Chariot are both major arcana, so it's pretty much like we, the collective, over the past year, we've been realizing, like, whoever this reading is for has been realizing that what matters is not necessarily being around people for the sake of being around people. It's almost like this time last year we were like, yeah, it sucks. Like, I feel like I have to get rid of these connections or stop engaging in these dynamics or situations because the people that, you know, would be involved in that have retracted themselves. They've decided that they're no longer engaging. So it's like we've decided that, you know, maybe having this battle isn't as important as we thought. And it's that energy of I know what's important to me, so I'm not going to over-explain myself or argue with people who don't agree. Interesting. So, like, on a macro level, collectively, we might be realizing, like, there is no, like, having discussions or arguing or convincing people of our perspective. Like, that's totally this energy. Like, a year ago, we were really, you know, trying to convince people of what we thought of as right. And I think now we're realizing, like, oh, actually, like, no matter what happens, this is the truth and this is the reality, so I'm just gonna act in accordance with my truth and my reality and give up that idea that other people have to be on the same page or agree with you or be doing the same exact thing. I got 3 cards come out after it, and I don't even remember what I was talking about when they came out, so, but it's interesting because it's the Magician, Death, and the Knight of Cups, which, again, 2 more major arcana, and the Knight of Cups is like offering, is giving, so it's giving. So I'm feeling like we've come to this point now where at this point, a year from last year, we have been able to come into our own power and say, actually, I am capable of manifesting what I want, regardless of, you know, the transformations or the things that I have to leave behind. It's worth it to us as a collective to go through these transformations in order to manifest this new way of being. And the Knight of Cups at the end is really like almost like a year ago we were trying to convince people that like they were wrong and that we were right or something like that. Take it how it resonates in your life, but this, like a year from last year, now we are realizing like, actually, I don't always have to be right, but I can be proud of what I offer, and I can be proud of my contribution, and I can be proud of like where I contribute to, because the Magician and the Death card, like the Death in this deck, he's too close up and you can't see his horse, but he's traveling, and the Knight of Cups is also traveling, and they're traveling in the same direction. So it's like, we are choosing where to be. We're not going to these areas where like we're like having to fight and you know, carve space out for ourselves. No, we're going where there is already space for us. And we are creating new spaces for the new us. So that is also awesome. Yeah. One more card. Spirit said 2. Okay. 6 of Cups and King of Cups. So it could be that we're finally allowing ourselves to feel some sort of like emotional healing or peace about like some sort of past situation. So a year ago there might have been some upheaval emotionally, and now collectively we're coming to a point where we can kind of heal, or we have healed, and we're able to look at those experiences from a bit of a different perspective, and like with fondness and nostalgia, and more emotional maturity and knowing, and what's the word? Emotional responsibility. I don't know how that's coming. I don't know what that means, but 3 of Wands on the bottom. Basically, we're looking for opportunities, and they're coming in. So keep looking. Thanks for being here.